Today we're going to learn about data collection through an activity. We are going to make some predictions and then we're going to record data in what's called a frequency table. So I'll cover that after we talk about what our learning target is. Today we're going to use our observations. I understand that observations can be used to collect data. So our important term today is data. Say it with me. Data. You can say it data or data. Either one is fine, and scientists use both. So whatever you're comfortable. I sometimes say data. I sometimes say data. They're both okay, kind of like tomato and tomato. The definition for data is all of the qualitative and quantitative observations that are part of an investigation. So some scientists call investigations labs or activities. So I'll go back and forth with investigations, labs, activities. So today you're going to do something called the penny drop lab, and it's just an activity that you're going to do with a penny. And here are the directions. So this is a procedure, right? So actually I'm going to write procedure in there. I like that so that you guys have it. Procedure is really just a fancy word in science that means directions. I'm going to highlight that because it's really important to have a procedure. So if your teacher or someone gives you directions and you don't know what to do, like I'm going to talk a little bit and then I'm going to give you some instructions and then I'm going to give you some materials and then you forgot what I said about the directions, all you need to do is read the procedure again and it will tell you what to do. So the procedure really just means what to do. So here's our procedure. The first thing we're going to do is put a penny on a flat surface. Make sure it's flat. Then we're going to drop water on the penny, one drop at a time. Number two, we're going to count the number of drops until the water spills over the edge of the penny. So let's say we're dropping and it goes one drop, two drops, three drops, and then it spills over. How many drops of water can the penny hold? Just two, right? Because the third one spilled over. So let's say we're dropping water and we drop one drop, two drops, three drops, four drops, five drops, and that one spills over. How many can the penny hold? Only four because the fifth one made it spill over. Okay, so you're going to do this 5 times. You're going to record your data and repeat it 5 times. So you're going to put together a data table that looks like this. So here's your data. And your notebook already has lines on it, so you don't need to draw actual lines in here, right? You don't need to separate those. We're going to do this 5 times, so there are 5 trials. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to tally the number of drops as we go. And you make a tally mark, 4 tally marks, and then a cross to make 5, right? And then you're going to put your actual number here so that it's easier to read than the tallies, but the tallies will kind of help you keep track, okay? If you don't want to tally today, that's okay. At least put the first few tallies down because they might get a little bit high numbers. You might not have some space for your tallies, but your table would look great if your tallies and your numbers actually matched up. So you're going to record your data here in your notebook. Then when you're done, you are going to write a conclusion. A conclusion is like what you find out from your actual experiment or your actual activity. So our conclusion today should say the average number of drops a penny can hold is, and you're going to have to fill in this blank here, is how many drops, because your drops might be a little bit different than mine. Okay, so I circled the average here because we have to figure out the average number because our trials, we're going to do this 5 times. I cannot imagine these will all be the same. So what you have to do, because you have 5 trials, if you have to add up all 5 times, all 5 numbers, and then divide by 5. So today you're going to, for the average, you add up all 5 numbers and divide by 5. Now if you had 3 numbers, you divide by 3. If you had 2 numbers, you divide by 2. If you have 10 numbers, you divide by 10 to find the average. I'm assuming that you know this already. All right, so have fun doing the Penny Lab activity and recording your data here. We'll see you soon.